think the Serpentine belt tensioner just failed on my Dakota. Let's start it up and let's let you hear it. Oh, she's noisy. Yep, I can hear it. Sound like it's coming from down there. I'm pretty sure it's a belt tensioner. I was in town, probably about 20 miles away when I first noticed it. Who knows how long it's been doing it. And cut this thing off. Had a little job to do up there. Got the job done and came back home. Drove kind of soft and slow and careful. It wasn't that loud. When it cools off, it's not that loud. It's only after you run it for a little while. So we're gonna order a belt tensioner, and that's a brand new Serpentine belt. Hopefully I haven't hurt it, but we'll get the belt tensioner on order and show you how easy it is to put on. It shouldn't be too big of a deal. You have to take this overflow tank out, and that gets you access to the belt, to the tensioner down there. Actually, I take that back. That's a smog pump or something. What is that? Is that the belt? That's the belt. You're right. That's the belt tensioner. Okay. Yeah, that's the belt tensioner. Alrighty, let me get that on order, and then we'll pop this thing when it comes in. Hopefully in a day or two, we can pop it in, get it ready to go. All right, folks. So to get to this tensioner down here, which is this piece right in here, and the belt goes around it right here. I got to disconnect these connectors right here. There's two right here, and I think there's two screws. I got my hand right there, one screw. I think there's another one down further down. So this connector here, that connector there, and they just simply unplug. The screws on this side, when I bought the truck, were broken. I've been meaning to fix it. Just, you know, some other projects, I'll just forget about it. I got to disconnect this line from this is the coolant reservoir reserve tank. So I got to disconnect this hose because it goes down to the bottom, and drain this antifreeze that's in here. It feels like it's pretty heavy, probably half a gallon maybe. Drain that into a pan, and then we'll have this out of the way, and I can get to that belt tensioner a lot easier, and just take the belt off and start the engine up right quick. Make sure the noise went away. If it did, pretty darn sure it's that belt tensioner. Now, I went online. There's two different sizes, a 90mm pulley and a 70mm pulley. So I got to determine which one I've got. So let me go get some tools, and I'll be right back. All right, let's unhook these wires. Nah, it won't be aggravating. So there's that one. Let me work on this a little bit off camera. I need two hands. Okay, there's the bolt. The one bolt holds that thing in. Right, it goes right in here. Oh, there's supposed to be a bolt on this side, but as I said, it broke it off. I don't know what happened to it. So this is ready to come out. Other than I just got to disconnect this hose here. You pull this hose with you as you come up, and I got my drain pan there to empty it, drain it out. I think you got to kind of work it this way as you come up and over best you can. I got these connectors out of the way right here. Let's get them things up out of the way. Better out of the way. Mo betters. Yeah, that's mo betters. A little bit of a booger. I guess it's because it's cold today. All right, let me work this thing out. It's gonna be fun. Be right back with you. All right, I got it out. It wasn't that bad. I forgot the washer pump hose needed to come off too. And I lost a little bit getting it over here to the ground. And let me see if I can go find a vacuum tee or vacuum cap to plug that with, and then I can turn this coolant reservoir upside down to save some of that antifreeze. Be right back. All right, I got a plug on the water washer tank, windshield washer tank pump. Stop that from leaking. I did not drain it because so far it seems to be holding without draining, thank goodness. So all right, now to get this belt off, it's pretty easy. Just simply hook What size socket is this? That, by the way, that other bolt up here was a 10 millimeter. I think they're all 10 millimeter. This is a 15. It's gonna be hard to see. I've had this socket for a while. Yeah, 15. So you simply stick it on here, on that bolt there, and get on there. And you turn it towards the driver's side, and it loosens up the pulley. Make sure your fan blade's out of the way. You just work the belt off. It's a two-hand deal, so I gotta turn you off while I do this, but that's all there is to it. You can't get this from the bottom, I don't think. And if you could, it's just too damn much trouble. Just do it from the top. All right, let me pop this belt off right quick. Okay, got that off. Take note of how it's hooked up on there. And let's work it on around. Get it off all these pulleys. And let's see, how do we come out? Come out this way here. So this is a fairly new belt. Just put it on, I want to say July. So hopefully we didn't hurt it. Just snake it out from underneath here, best that you can. Let me put you down. I got to use two hands again. Okay, there we go. Belt's out. Set it over here too. All right, it got hung up between this crank pulley and this water pump pulley. So now I'm gonna start the engine up and make sure that noise goes away. I'll let it run for just a second or two. If it doesn't go away, we got another problem. All right, so the belt's out of the way. Looking at this tensioner, I don't feel anything wrong with it. But looking at the bolts, there's one there, and there's one on the bottom. I think this bolt here goes through it too for the compressor. Maybe it's this bolt here. I'm sorry, this bolt here I think may go through. And this bolt here though, it's gonna be a booger without taking this pulley off this water pump. And God, if I gotta do all that. The water pump's got a smidge of play in it, not much. It's not, the wheat hole's not leaking, but damn. I hate to put a pump on this thing, but I may have to. I don't see how it would come off though. I don't know how in the world get in there and be able to get that out. Maybe I got a book. Let me study my book, see what the deal is. Oh, there's another bolt. I don't know if that's got anything to do with it down here too. This is not looking good. Let's start it up. Make sure that noise is going away. Oh, me. It has. That's it. That's what I thought it was. All right. Okay, now let's figure out how to get that off. Well, this Haynes book was absolutely useless. It's all it shows is how to get the belt off, nothing about how to take the tensioner off. And they called it a drive belt, not a serpentine belt, not a fan belt, a drive belt. Like not to found that. Just happened to get lucky. I've always called them serpentine belts. But anyway, so that book is useless. So I looked for drive belt, tensioner. I did all that. There's nothing under drive other than drive belt. So, all right, let me go pull up some YouTube videos and see if I can find some other folks that have done this and what all bolts they had to go through to get this thing off. In the meantime, I'm gonna measure that pulley so I can go ahead and get one on order, since I know now that's what the problem is. Well, so I took my little measuring device and right through the center there on the outside edge, 3 3/16 is what I'm coming up with, which is a little over 80 millimeter. My choices were 70 or 90. Can't even make this stuff up. So let me try to measure through the center of it, I guess. I'm thinking maybe they're talking about measuring in here instead of out on the edge. Let me try that. Measure right through here. Lordy, always something. and I did it that way, I get 3 inches. Doesn't quite want to go to the center, but it gets close. I guess it does. Yeah, it gets close enough. I got 3 inches coming through the center. So let's see what 3 inches converts to millimeters in. All right, that comes up to 76.2. So I guess that's the one I'm going to order. I swear it looks like you could just replace it. That's all that's that bearing there. I wonder if you can just replace that bearing. Let's do a little studying on that. Okay, so there's a bolt or a nut. It's a bolt actually goes right through there to the center of the tensioner, and it's a 13. And I had to break it loose with the ratchet here. And I got the socket on it, turn it out, and you can see it's loose. I believe that's all there is to it. I did a quick Google search. I haven't looked at any YouTube videos, just did a Google search. And it said use a 13mm socket to take the bolt out. So I think I'm gonna need 2 hands here because I don't want this thing to fall, hit the ground. So there you have it, guys. I believe that's all you do. And looking at the picture of the part, that's all it is, the new one. That's amazing. That's a piece of cake. All right, I barely have hold to it there. Whew. I was trying to hold it on while taking it out. It's got that little notch right there that goes where that bolt is. Put this down, I'll show you. It's that notch right here. Goes around that. And that bolt, I don't want to lose that bolt. That bolt goes in here. You make the bolt long enough, only a mile long. So that's a piece of cake, guys. Yeah, that's how it went. You got to get this fan blade in just the right spot too, I've noticed. Turn this thing around. Oh, there was only 2, there's 76 and yeah, like that. There's how it goes right there. Piece of cake, piece of damn cake. Pull it right off. All right, so yeah, it only make 76 and 90, and that's what mine came out to, 76 and 0.4. So I feel better about ordering the correct one now. I feel like this bearing here is what's bad. I wish you could just replace just this bearing. Take that bolt out. That's what was making the noise. Unless it's the water pump. Still could be the water pump. We'll find out when we get the new belt tensioner on, but God, I hope it ain't the water pump. I really do. All right, let me go order some parts. I guess we're done until the parts come in. Probably tomorrow. Well, that's a piece of cake to get to this tensioner. Ain't nothing to it. You just take that overflow tank, which fits across the top here above the radiator, or behind the radiator, above the fan. Take it out, a couple bolts, connections for the washer pump, and the tube that goes down to right here. And then there's, of course, you release the tension on the belt. There's a serpentine belt there. And then there's just one bolt. It runs right through the middle. And that's it right there. 13mm. This thing comes right off. Piece of cake. Well, good old Amazon shafted me. Of course, I guess it wasn't really Amazon. It was a private seller. This part was supposed to be here today, and I just got a notice that it's not going to show up for 4 more days. So, excuse me, 5 more days. Today's the 18th, so it's not going to show up. Good Lord. So I can't wait that long. So I'm out here at the parts truck. We're going to take this one off. I checked the pulley. It appears to be okay. So, appears to be the correct size. There's the one that came off the truck. And something's hitting me in the head. You never can tell when you work on these little cars what's crawled up in it. But yeah, I'm gonna take this off, and I guess we'll just run this till the new one finally gets here. Okay, folks, so let me show you what happened. Got a little bit of a mid-video update here. So this is the old tensioner pulley that came off the truck. That pulley there is just about froze up. Okay, this is the new one that I ordered off of Amazon. So when I was measuring the pulleys, I thought they were talking about this pulley here, the grooved pulley. That's what actually is the tension. This pulley here is actually made into, it's bolted on to this housing and made into it. This is the pulley that actually tensions, and it's got the ribs for the V-belt. Well, so I ordered this one off Amazon, and Rock Auto's the same way. It wasn't clear which pulley they were talking about. It turns out it's this pulley here. I call this the idler pulley, since it doesn't do anything but just idle. It doesn't move. As you can see, it came in wrong. It's too small. This pulley's a lot smaller than that. So the drive pulleys are the same size, but that's the same size. But the tensioner, the idler pulleys are not. So if I'd have done a little bit more research, I'd have discovered that, because I have since discovered it online. But so what I ended up doing, since that came in wrong, I ordered another one off Amazon, and from a private seller, not directly from Amazon. You know, Amazon does that third-party selling. And I paid $18 and some change to have it shipped the very next day, so I'd have it tomorrow. Well, when I got up tomorrow morning, it was showing at 1:45 was the last, 4:45 in the morning was the last time it was scanned in Texas. I'm like, well, good Lord, it hasn't been scanned since 1:45. This is like 6 o'clock in the morning. Later that day, around midday or so, it shows that it was scanned at 6:30 in the morning in Texas. I'm like, that don't make sense. I said, if it was at Texas, I'm in North Carolina. I said, if it's in Texas at 6:30 in the morning, it's not going to get here in time. It's just no way. Sure enough, about 5 o'clock, I get a note from Amazon that the package has been delayed. And it's been delayed for 7 days. I paid $18 extra and some change to have it shipped to me the next day. So I get online, I'm a little upset. Fuss to Amazon. They finally credit me. And don't worry about it, we'll give you credit. So they're supposed to be giving me credit for that, plus the $18 shipping. So I go to my local parts store, but they don't have this piece in stock. But they did have the pulley, the smooth pulley, identical size. So now, according to Rock Auto, the hole here and the hole for this is the same size, 17 millimeters. So this pulley should fit right on here. Okay, so that's what we want to do. We want to pop this pulley off this new part here. And that one there spins free. Look at there. That one there, not so much. I'm gonna put this brand new pulley on this brand new tensioner that's got the wrong size pulley on it. And if that works out, I'm thinking it will, and then we're gonna install this on the truck. All right. Alrighty, I got you set up on the tripod. Let me see if I can pop this thing off right quick. We're gonna need the let me get this smooth pulley. That's the one that removed the smooth one. Let's see what happens here. Yeah. All right, that came right off, no problem. No problem. It looks the same. A little bit of a play in there. Both of them do. All right, good. All righty. I'm liking it. Get it in my hand good. See if I can find a torque spec for that, because I don't want that to come apart. That worked. Look at there. Look at that. I'll compare that with my, still got my rib belt, and I'll compare that with my other one to make sure it's spaced right. It looks like it is, but let's see if I can find a torque spec for that, okay? Okay, I just watched a video on YouTube from 1A Auto, and they had a young lady replacing just the idler pulley, which I think she's right. I think that's what that's called, idler pulley. And she did it while it was still on the truck. So she took the belt off, obviously, and she put the new one in. She transferred the bolt and washer on, which I did that too, as you saw from the new one. You know, I took this old, the one that came off the new one to the new larger size, and I just transferred it over, and there's no play in it. But she said in the video to do it 35 foot-pounds. So let me get my torque wrench out, and I'll probably put this on the truck. And it does have that little notch right there. We'll put this on the truck and see if we can tighten it on. I don't know, it may be best to tighten it right on the bench, because she didn't take this idler off, the tensioner off. She just took the pulley off. Let me get my torque wrench, see if I can tighten it up right on the bench. If nothing else, I think I can. I can always put the belt on it. Well, let me try that first. Well, I tried to torque it to 35. 35 is not that much, but this pulley just, I don't have the grip. I don't want to put it in a vise or anything. I don't want to scratch it a minute. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to install it and put the belt on it, and then hope that the belt will hold it while I torque it down. And I think I got it pretty tight with the electric battery powered air hammer. I mean, so let's go put it on the car. Okay, as you can see, there's a little bit of a gap there, that bolt versus the shoulder to this bolt, but there's also a gap where that washer needs to be tightened up, the seat in there. So I did try this new bolt. It does go in there, but I don't trust new hardware. I would rather use the old hardware. I think we'll be okay. I'm gonna put it back together with the old one. I think this factory bolt is stronger. All right, I got the new one on, just simply tightening the belt up, the bolt up, and looks to be okay. Once I get the bolt tightened up there, I did find a torque spec on it. It's 45 pounds, so we'll get that torqued in place, and thinking maybe I might be able to wedge something down between these pulleys to kind of hold that one pulley. We'll see. I can tighten the torque on it as well, but let me get this one installed and torqued down. Alrighty, I got it torqued down to 45 pounds-feet. Everything looks to be okay. These pulleys are lining up good. I think we're good. Let me see if I can get this bottom pulley, idler pulley, torqued down. Well, as I expected, once it's on the vehicle, watch this. You hear it click. I barely moved it and it clicks. I had it pretty tight. Once it's on the vehicle, the pulley, you can have tension on it. The pulley's gonna spin. See there? So that's got nothing to do with it. So just simply torque it down. That's how you torque that pulley down, folks, if you need to replace just the pulley. All right, let me put the belt on it, and we can fire it up, make sure my noise has gone away. All righty, folks, got the belt on. Belt looked okay. I inspected it. It was a new belt. I'm fine with it. I do have the old belt in the truck, just in case I run my fingers all around. It's seated good. And I use my belt route in here on the truck. I went under the crank pulley, and then around to the AC compressor, the water pump, the power steering pump, up to the alternator right here. And then I went down to the water pump, go under the water pump, so to turn the correct direction, and back up over the AC compressor right here, back around to the tensioner pulley, and then over top of the idler pulley. Got my tool, pulled the pulley tensioner back, and slid the belt on. I think we're good. Let's start it up, see if everything looks copacetic. I believe we're gonna be fine, but let's start it up. I think I brought my key with me. Yeah, there it is. No noises, and it should be okay. I keep that quart of oil because it does use a little bit. It's got 242,000 miles, guys. Yep. Got a water pump now, so I'm going to run a little longer. Make sure we're running okay. Don't drop anything in the fan. So we don't currently have the shroud and the guard over it. Yeah, it looks good. Looks real good. All right, I'm gonna finish putting this thing together and we're gonna go for a test drive. All right, I got the one bolt in. I need to get this other bolt in, but I don't have it, so I'm gonna run out to the parts truck and see if it's out there. I've taken this piece off the parts truck because the guy wanted to get something, and we had to take this off to get to it. I can't remember what it was. Might have been the fan blade. I don't remember. Anyway, so let me hook this back up right here. Hook up the two connectors. There's two tabs down here that this top tank fits into. And once they get this other bolt in on this side, this thing ain't going nowhere. And so hook up the two connectors, hook up my overflow tube, see if I can rob a bolt from the parts truck. We're gonna go on a test drive. Okay, I'm thinking this bolt right here is it. Put it out of the side. By the way, when you're working around fans and putting belts on, I like to wear gloves, but I didn't this time, and it cut me up pretty good. Here's that slot I was telling you about when you put that top tank in. It's one on each side, and that helps hold it also. So we got, you know, the bolt goes here, and a bolt goes there. It looks like another one goes there. So place for 3 bolts, and that makes sense because there's 3 bolts right here. So I think we're good. Let me see if I can get that to go in, and that'll be progress. Well, I don't know if you can tell, but the hole is not lining up right. I tried pushing it down, and I don't want to force it. Even when I push it down, it's still off 3/8 of an inch. So I've made it this far without installing the darn thing. You can even tell that bottom one there, same kind of deal. I don't see any way to get it to come in either. So I'm just gonna do without. How's that? It's been this long. This would be the perfect time to fix it, but I do need to get this truck on the road so I can get to work with it. This is my work truck, so I think we're just gonna let it slide because we've been letting it slide since I had the truck. I didn't know this was even broke till I went to put the what was I putting on? I can't remember, but oh, the alternator. Yeah. Speaking of that, if you'll look, we got a new radiator cap, new alternator, AC compressor, and now a new tensioner. Now on that, I would recommend putting a new tensioner on the vehicle, but in my case, I was lucky. I bought the wrong one to begin with and was able to swap pulleys with a new pulley. If you can't find the tensioner at your local parts store and they have the pulley, you can do that, I guess, to get by until you can get a tensioner. But I would definitely put a new tensioner on it. This is an AC Delco, but I noticed in the instruction sheets it said Daco. So, all right, let's go for a test drive. All righty, we're going down the road. Got the air conditioning on. Seems to be doing just fine. I've already made one sharp left-hand turn. Yeah, I need to. I have no idea about a check engine light's on. It's been on for a while, years. I'm exempt here in the area I live, but the brake light and the ABS light, I know what that is. I'll get around to it, guys. I know what it is. It stops just fine. All right, let me sign off here just for a second. I'll be back home in a little bit. We'll give a wrap up. We're running good. All right, guys, so I just got back. It ran great, no problems. That's the little skin cancer thing there being diagnosed with. Yeah, I got to go get some surgery done on that, but that's a few weeks off. But anyway, it ran great. Hope you guys got something out of that. To wrap this up, if you can replace just that pulley if you need to. I think I said that earlier, but hopefully you'll get the complete tensioner and all, okay? Truck runs great, so I appreciate you guys tagging along. Hope it wasn't too boring for you. I'm probably not the best at this, but I try to share videos that you guys can learn and I can help you guys out some. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe, share this video. It's helpful to some folks I know, and there's a lot of guys out there that could use this information. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Subscribe and hit that like button, and Bob out.